So Ollie Harold going to 3. Still no score from Noel Ryan. Ollie Harold now serving. Ollie well positioned for that one off the, as it came into deep in court. That was a nice overhand by Noel Ryan. Ollie Harold gets back off his knees, loses his service. 0-7-3. So the score, in fact, 3 ahead is Ollie Harold. Noel Ryan taking that off the back wall. Good shot of Noel there. Ollie Harold now off the back wall and missing it. 1-7-3. So first ace there to Noel Ryan. And Noel missing that one by about 2 feet, didn't reach the front wall, so he loses his service. Ollie Harold back in again. Ollie was 24 last July. He's won 3 All-Ireland medals in 1975 alone, junior singles and doubles, and took the under-21 singles the same year. 4-7-1. So 3 ahead is Ollie Harold. And he adds on another one.
Indeed, Ollie Harold did progress to the next round by beating Ryan 18-12. But now we change courts and introduce you to the international 20x40 game and the first quarter-final with 2 of the world's best players in action. Gordie Piper of Tacoma, Washington, ranked number 4 in the United States, and Pat Kirby of Clare, the Irish champion.
Pat and I have played probably 8 to 10 times when he was touring through the States and lived in the country, and we've played several matches, singles and doubles. Fred Lewis and I played Pat and Joey Marr for the World's Doubles Championship, which was held in the city that I'm from, Tacoma, Washington. In my estimation, Pat is one of the, out of the top players in the world, probably the most unrecognized for the abilities and the championships and the tournaments that he has won over the period of time.
The commentator is Mick Dunn.
This is Gordie Piper of the United States serving against Pat Kirby in the first game of international top 8 on this 40-20 court.
Side is out.
4 players from the United States over here.
0.
Gordie
0.
losing his hand straight away. Pat Kirby from County Clare now into serve. Pat, of course, who spent 13 years in the United States, and that's where he learned a serve into the corner like that.
0.
So Pat Kirby going 1. Gordie Piper getting it well back onto the back wall. A beautiful left hand by Kirby. And then Gordie getting in. And that was nicely down the side wall, so Pat Kirby losing his service. The difference, of course, between 40x20 court is fundamentally the same game as our 60x30 handball, but there are some important differences. One, obviously the size of the court, 20 feet shorter and 10 narrower. The ceiling's an extra wall, in fact, and the ball is played off it. That's not possible or not allowed in the 60x30 court. The wearing of gloves here is compulsory. They're only optional in the big court, and the ball here is slightly smaller and it's made of harder rubber. This is the standard American-sized court.
1, serving 1.
So the score there, they're level. Gordie Piper back in serving again. Kirby with the ceiling shot. You'll notice the difference between Kirby's underarm swing and the sidearm shot of Gordie Piper. That was a good sidearm by Gordie. The Americans favored this sidearm shot. Gordie Piper now going 1 ahead. Serving to the left. Kirby having to turn around. Hinder. And Gordie signaling to the referee. The referee, of course, is Fred Lewis, one of the visiting players. The visitors have been given the honor of refereeing all games in the 40x20 top 8 competition.
Point.
Pat Kirby tricked by that as it came off the corner of the back wall.
3, serving 1.
So Pat Kirby there in the yellow. Now 2 behind. Gordie Piper serving again. Well recovered by Pfeiffer, and this time he has to run, but can't get it. A good attempt, though. Kirby doing it nicely, taking over the serve. Gordie Pfeiffer made a great attempt, but it didn't come off for him. So Kirby to serve again. Well returned by Pfeiffer. Caught on the fly, a hinder. Fred Lewis calling it there. He's the referee. A refereeing far stricter in the United States than it is here in this country. Any contact or danger of contact they call a hinder. The presence of the 4 players from the United States in this country, the most dramatic thing that's happened to our game since the World Championships were held here in Cork Park, on the bigger court, of course, in 1970. Nicely killed by Gordie Pfeiffer. He's back into serve again. There he is in the green and white. That's the score he leads. 3-1, Gordie Pfeiffer is scoring. Gordie into the left-hand side. Kirby with the beautiful backhand, and that tricks it. Came badly off the wall for Gordie Pfeiffer. So he's lost his hand. And Pat Kirby is in. Gordie there now back outs, receiving. Kirby serving. And a beautiful serve. He scores the ace, does Kirby. Now just the one between them. Pat losing his hand there because in a time game, and remember it's over 15 minutes, you're allowed only one short. Pat Kirby serving the short there. And a beautiful kill by Kirby. That's what made him such a top player during those 13 years he's in the United States. Playing against these same players, in fact. He beat Gordie Pfeiffer in 1969 in the semi-final of the American AAU Championship in Chicago, and it was that victory in that championship that brought Kirby here to represent America in the World Championship the following year in 1970. It was Gordie Pfeiffer here that he beat in the semi-final. Well returned by Kirby. Gordie's in, and Kirby's just as quickly in for it. This will come off the back wall for Gordie. And oh, he missed it off the side wall. That took the sting out of it. So there are the two players, Kirby back in serving. And they're level now. 5 minutes gone, remember, so that means 10 to go. Fred Lewis calling a court hinder, the ball coming off that iron stanchion at the top of the wall there. So under the strict refereeing that the Americans employ, calling it a court hinder. Still level. A good serve, very low. Look how the Americans serve low with the sidearm. Sidearm shot. Gordie missing it though. Just a few inches.
3-3.
Pat Kirby will be 44 in April next. Gordie Pfeiffer is 41 last September. A native of Pittsburgh, but he lives now in Tacoma in Washington State. That was a great recovery by Kirby. The overhand from Kirby. He's a master at the overhand. Of course, this is one of the great shots in the American version of handball. Good left onto the ceiling by Gordie. Off the back wall by Kirby. Gordie with the right. And Kirby again. The left hand from Gordie. Just lobbing it up. And Kirby kills it, but it was a good attempt by Gordie. Look where he slid in there. And that slide is something you don't often see in Irish handball, so you can see the reason for those knee pads that Gordie's wearing. So Kirby going ahead. 4-3. Oh, good return by Gordie. He's got to run again, and he's got it off the ceiling. And Kirby onto the ceiling. And Kirby killing that one. 5-2 ahead now he goes.
5-3.
Kirby killing it again, in great form he is. For 43 years of age. Superb athlete. Since he returned to this country in 1972, he's won no fewer than 14 All-Ireland titles. 4 on the 60 by 30 court and 10 here on these 40 by 20 versions of the court. And Gordy's got that one into the corner. Pat Kirby had left it wide open, and Gordy wouldn't miss an opportunity like that. So that's Gordy Pfeiffer now. He took up handball only at the age of 27 when he left the US Army in 1965. Before that, he was a basketball and baseball star with the University of Puget Sound.
Point. 4, serving 6.
Two between them now. Oh, that was a beautiful kill. Side wall and then onto the front wall. Falling in the attempt, but getting back up again. Gordy Pfeiffer there.
5, serving 6.
Won the YMCA national singles title in '69.
Point.
Another beautiful kill.
6, serving 6.
They're together again. Oh, it's a beautiful kill. Low and into the back corner.
7,
Dying on that
6.
back wall. Gordy going one ahead again. Watch this low sidearm serve. Beautiful use of the seam. Kirby doing it too. Of course, in the 60 by 30 court, hitting the ceiling or the rafters is out of bounds, but not in this game, where they use 5 walls, the ceiling being an extra wall. Gordy losing his hand there. I think he was asking for some leniency because the wall is getting a little bit wet with condensation, and Pat losing his hand just as quickly.
7, serving 6.
Gordy Pfeiffer now serving again, one ace ahead. Oh, magnificent kill by Kirby. From that corner, dead onto the bottom of the
5
front wall.
minutes remaining. 6, serving 7.
Just 5 minutes to go, says Fred Lewis, the referee. And Kirby killing it. They're together again. 7-7.
7, serving 7.
Now, can Pat Kirby do it? He plays 40 by 20, but he hasn't got the intense competition on this court that the Americans are used to. Since he came home, he misses that one. He took it on the fly with the left, but missed the front wall.
7,
Gordy Pfeiffer, of course, like the 3 other visitors, playing handball almost full-time now in the United States. They've got a pro circuit over there. One big tournament a month, and they play lots of others in between.
Coordinator. 7, serving 7.
Fred Lewis calling the court hinder. Banging off the lights, and they're not level with the ceiling. So the referee calling the court hinder, but no court hinder about that. A beautiful serve into that corner over on the right of your picture. It came. Gordy one ahead again.
Hold it, screen ball. 2 serve, 1 serve coming.
Fred calling a screen ball. Obviously Pat's view obstructed. They keep on saying the referee, and then with one serve just left, Gordy losing the hand. And this is an example of the very strict refereeing there is in American handball. But Pat Kirby leveling again.
8, serving 8.
Not much time left. Gordy looking for a hinder, but he still looks up to the referee. But Fred Lewis, the referee, calling it 9 serving 8. Just about 3 minutes left. Gordy gets over to that now. Pat has the left of the court. Is it up?
Point.
And Fred Lewis saying no. It's a point for Pat
3
Kirby.
minutes remaining.
3 minutes to go. And when the ball touches another player, they throw it to the opponent to make sure that there's no moisture on it, because of course if the ball gets wet on this floor, it will skid all over the place. And that's one to the other.
11 serves 8.
Pat Kirby, 3 ahead. And Kirby lobbing that with the left. He's 4 ahead. Time running out now on Gordy Piper. Just 2 minutes left. Will Kirby get in? Oh, he drops that one onto the floor.
2 minutes to go.
4 between them.
12.
And just 2 minutes to go. Could Gordy Piper possibly do it? He has to go for the kill now each time, because if Kirby plays it around the walls, the time is on his side, remember. There's an example of shoving it around the wall. Oh, Gordy getting that one. Yes, a beautiful left into the open side on the left-hand side.
9 serving 12.
3 between them.
Point.
Just 2 between them now.
10 serves 12.
Kirby keeping it up on the ceiling. Gordy must risk everything now and go for the kill. Time isn't on his side. It's running out quickly. There's just under 1 minute, and he's 2 behind. Oh, that was a beautiful one, but Pat Kirby gets in with the left. And then Kirby killing it. That should end it for Gordy Piper there on the getting up off his knees. That man, Pat Kirby, now has the hand. Just a few seconds left.
12 serving 10.
And he's 2 in and in control now with the service.
Point.
And gets another one. Fred Lewis calling
30
point.
seconds.
30 seconds and 3 between them. So Pat Kirby looking as if he's going to beat Gordy Piper here, as he did in the 1969 American AAU semi-final in Chicago. 10 seconds to go.
Point.
And that's another point. So Pat Kirby in your picture, and that's the end of it. The buzzer goes, so Pat Kirby has gone through. Gordy Piper congratulates him. Pat Kirby on the right, the first winner in international top ace, this inaugural competition. Oh, Kirby on the left now, and there's some of the great crowd, the biggest crowd there has ever been in this new 40 by 20 court in the 19 months or so that it's been built. Over 280 people packed in here. Bob Peters, the executive director of the USHA, on the left, congratulating Kirby. So Pat Kirby, the local hero, the first winner in international top ace. So Fred Lewis to serve again. US national singles champion 5 years out of the last 7. Of course, that was on the 40 by 20 court. And taking that nicely. The overhand shot is so effectively used by these Americans.
6 serving 8.
Now just 2 separate them. Fred Lewis has this at his command. That overhand is so effective on the Americans. Use the best advantage. That will be a hinder, I think. Bodily contact, so referee Pat Kirby calling hinder. They've got to play it again. 8-6, still the score.
Serving 8.
Just little more than 5 minutes to play. Some superb handball being played by both Fred Lewis and Paddy Riley. Fred Lewis gets in with that one. Yes, a good left. Now just 1 between them.
7 serving 8. 5 minutes to go.
And what a dramatic finish this is going to be. 4 3/4 minutes to go. Fred Lewis coming back from behind. At one stage he was 6 behind, 6-0, and now they're together, as you can see there. A great applause for Fred Lewis. A good recovery. Oh, that was beautifully done off the back wall. Fred Lewis is ahead. Magnificent shot from a magnificent athlete.
Well, from there on in, Fred Lewis dominated the Kilkenny player, beating him 17-8, and he progressed to the quarter-final stage.
1-0.
The voice in the background is Bob Peters, the Executive Director of the United States Handball Association. He's the referee for this game.
Point.
This first round match in International Top Ace, which is a co-production between RTE Sport in Ireland and ESPN, the All Sports channel in the United States.
Thank you. Side out.
Heather McGee getting that one because Fred Lewis shouted no, and he was thanked by the referee. Another example of the great sportsmanship of the United States. Heather McGee killing that one nicely.
1-2.
McGee, 37 years of age. Fred Lewis was 32 last September. That's a screen ball. Fred not seeing it properly. Screened by Pather's body. And that was a good service. They're together.
2-2.
McGee here serving was the hard ball specialist of the 1960s and 70s, but he was beaten in the final last year by Pat McGarry of Limerick. In the last few years, Pather here has taken to the 40-20 version of handball, which we're seeing here, and with great success, because he won the Atlas Travel Senior Trials for the past 3 years to qualify for the US Tour with the Irish team. Fred Lewis back in to serve again.
Point.
Great shot off the bottom of the side wall, brings Fred Lewis level.
3-3. Point.
Nicely lobbed onto the front wall. Fred Lewis, of course,
4-3.
serving here again, is the favorite to win this international top ace competition.
Point. 5-3.
In addition to his 5 national singles titles, Fred has also won 4 3-wall titles in the United States. They play on 3-wall courts and 4-wall courts. They have a national championship each October in the 3-wall version, and Fred has won that. His father was a noted 1-wall player, in fact, in the Castle Hill Beach Club in New York, and that's where Fred started his handball. Majored in physical education at the University of Miami. Using the court well is Lewis. Backhand, beautifully done.
Right out.
But not so well there as that ball skidded up onto his body, so he loses the service. Pather McGee now double scores. He's 3 behind. It was a good service coming up off the bottom of the side wall by Pather McGee.
6. No.
That was down. Referee Bob Peters calling no. Just missing by an inch. Couldn't have been much more, the front wall.
Point. 7-4.
Fred Lewis, one of the great power players in handball. Throwing his full weight behind the shot.
Well, after that, McGee was no match for Fred Lewis, and the final score was 20-14, giving the Arizona-based player a place in the 40-by-20 semi-finals. But now we turn to the big court game and a first-round match involving Dan Kirby of Clare, an experienced ball player and former Irish doubles champion. He plays Terry Muck of Chicago, Illinois. Mick Dunn picks up the commentary as Dan Kirby serves.
Dan Kirby from County Clare to serve here against Terry Muck from Chicago. First appearance in a 60-by-30 court for Terry Muck, like his fellow Americans who are here for international top ace and appearing also in this national top ace.
2.
So Dan Kirby going into a 2-ace lead. Dan, of course, a member of the famous Toom Graney family. He won the Coca-Cola doubles championship with his brother John in 1978. That was the first senior doubles title for Clare, but that was a magnificent kill shot by Terry Muck here.
Side out.
Rated the number 3 player in the US professional circuit. Now serving for the first time on a 40-60 court, and then he loses his service because of the one fault allowed only in a time duration game. Terry sending that into the rafters. And that's out of bounds on this big 60-by-30 Irish court.
Four serving.
Dan
0.
Kirby gone 4 ahead.
5.
Terry Muck moving across well for that. Terry is rated by his fellow players in the United States as the fastest player in the game, the one who uses his speed to great advantage, and we'll see can he use it here in this big court, but it's Dan Kirby who goes to 6.
6 serving 0.
We're watching in black and white, Kirby in the darker t-shirt and shorts.
7.
No score still from Terry Muck. Dan Kirby, of course, very familiar with this Croke Park glass court. Not only
8
winning the
serving 0.
Coca-Cola doubles here 2 years ago with his brother John, but playing here in singles and doubles and appearing in several of our top ace competitions. Terry Muck getting him out there, so Terry back into serve.
0 serving to 8.
He's 8 behind now. The sidearm shot from the American player. So distinctive of their game. Great use of the overhand, as you'll see. Terry using it again. Now he's got to move out there. Oh, no, that is not up. If it is, it's well up. Indeed it is. But Dan Kirby using the corner very, very well, so he takes back the service. This is Dan Kirby, 35 years of age last August. Terry Muck is 32. And Dan then deceived by the ball as it slides down that back wall that's in your shot now. Terry serving. This would come off the back wall for Terry Muck, and he's waiting for it. Lets it go almost to the floor before he hits it. Oh, beautifully done. That was the sidearm shot using the right-hand glass wall and then onto the front wall.
1.
So he gets his first ace. The referee is Joe Lynch, the administrator of the Irish Handball Council. Dan Kirby using the court. He knew Terry was behind him.
8 serving 1.
In fact, of the corner of his eye, he may have spotted that Terry was running to the right, so Dan lobbed the ball to the left. And then using that right wide court. 30 feet wide, remember, the Americans are used to a court that's only 20 feet wide. They have such control. Terry Muck plays handball for 3 or 4 hours, 5 days a week. That's what makes these Americans such superb athletes. Great passing shot by Terry Muck, finding the open gap on the right-hand side. 5 minutes gone. And using the volley. Terry Muck using that left hand very effectively. And again. Now he's got to chase this one. He gets over to it. Dan Kirby on the volley. A good kill shot it is by Dan, so the service changes again.
9 serving to 4.
So 5 between them now, 9-4. Dan Kirby was in quickly there, but just not quick enough.
4 serving to 9.
The service changes once more. Terry Muck in the all-white serving. Oh, beautiful lob by Terry Muck. He pulls back another one. 4 between them now.
5 serving 9.
But Terry Muck serving again. National singles champion in 1973. He won it in Austin, Texas, on the 40 by 20 courts. Losing the service there now. In addition to being a handball player, he's editor of the United States Handball Association's magazine, and a marvelous job he's doing on that for the last 4 years since he took it over.
10.
That's into the rafters. In fact, the ball had gone out of court. But the Americans are used to playing the ceiling as a fifth wall in their game. They're not too accustomed to this with out of bounds when the ball goes into the rafters. And Terry caught there in the right-hand back corner. 11 now to 5. Dan Kirby from Clare in the lead. Now going to 12. This is the stage of the game where Terry Muck must be so careful. They're just playing halfway through the game, and he can't allow his opponent to go too far ahead of him. Oh, indeed. What a shot, and what control as that ball came
5 serving
off
to
the
12.
corner. Terry Muck gets over to take that off the left wall. It wasn't a good shot, but he gets it up. That's what matters. And again with the left. Fist closed this time by Terry Muck, and then Dan Kirby lobs it into the front wall, bottom of the front wall.
12 serving to 5.
So service changing again. A beautiful kill by Terry Muck. He watched that as it came down off that right glass wall. And then with the side shot into the right corner. He's serving again. That's a short. Only one short allowed in a game played over 15 minutes as this one is. Normally, it's 2 serves. Only one chance in this game. 15 minutes, of course, except in the final of top base, which will be over 20 minutes. Terry Muck has to chase back here. He gets back well, almost lets that drop onto the floor before taking it. Gets it up well, and good shot on the fly. Ah, beautiful kill, left-handed kill. Now, Terry serving with that sidearm serve. You notice the Americans are so effective, right arm or left arm. Oh, wasn't that a beautiful recovery? Magnificent recovery.
6.
Terry Muck, deceived by the way the ball
6
came down
serving
from
to
the left
12.
wall, had to change his mind quickly and got back to take it. Just over 5 minutes left. 6
5
between
minutes
them,
to go.
double scores. Now can Terry Muck come back? He was 8 behind at one stage, remember. Oh, he's caught out this time with the whole right-hand side of the court open to Dan Kirby, and Dan doesn't pass up an opportunity like that. Terry in quickly, attacking the ball for the overhead shot. And then Dan Kirby deceived by the bounce of the ball off the left wall. Dan Kirby had a chance there. He fluffed it. And that one he puts into the rafters.
Serving to 12.
So now Terry Muck is only 4 behind. It was 8 for Dan Kirby, 0 for Terry Muck at one stage. Now just 3 between them.
9 serving to 12.
12 and a half minutes gone. It was very close to the red line, the boundary line at the top of the wall by Dan Kirby. Terry Muck missing that one just by an inch, so losing the service. Could this be Dan Kirby's chance now to wrap up this game? He's 3 in front. And just 3 minutes to go. Ah, beautiful stuff by Terry Muck. Dan Kirby leaving the right-hand side of the court.
9
Wide
serving
open.
to 12.
And again, that right-hand corner being used so effectively by Terry Muck. Now just 2 behind he is. Two and a half minutes left. Dan Kirby now off the back wall. A beautiful kill by him.
12 serving to 10.
Oh, Terry missed that one. He was trying for the lob kill. Dan Kirby going 3 ahead again. Just 2 minutes left in this game. Dan Kirby missing that one.
10 serving to 13.
So Terry Muck in the all-white again, serving.
Covered ball, serve again.
Covered ball, Dan Kirby's way impeded, so referee
And
Joe Lynch
serving
asking for the
13.
service again. The point to be played over. Player given every opportunity of making the stroke, so he must have a clear view. Terry Muck getting back to that very well. And then Kirby killing it magnificently.
Serving to 10. 1 minute to go.
Just 1 minute to go. Dan Kirby going to 14. Just 45 seconds now to go.
Side out.
And Dan Kirby with 1 fault, a foot fault. He's penalized by the referee for not serving within the 2 lines. And that was careless by Dan Kirby at this stage of the game, a crucial stage it is too. Terry Muck, magnificent, getting that back. And then on the fly by Muck. 20 seconds to go, so time has run out on Terry Muck, but he has done so well in his first appearance in this court.
10 seconds to go.
10 seconds to go.
Side out.
And Terry, the smile on his face, he realized he made a blunder there, losing the service with the 1 shot. And there's the buzzer, it's all over. Dan Kirby has gone through, and in the quarter-final he'll meet Fred Lewis of the United States. Dan Kirby, right of your screen, full screen now. He's through, beating Terry Muck of Chicago.
Done.
0-7.
And it's Vern Roberts back in to serve. Oh, magnificent kill by Vern. That's the sort of style that won him the USHA Amateur Singles in '76 in Las Vegas. And he won the National 3-Wall Doubles in '77 and '78. His partner then was Dave Doman who's also from Chicago.
2 serving 1.
So Vern Roberts has gone ahead. He quickly has to come back to the back of the court. The back wall, he takes it well with the left. Great agility and mobility around the court has Roberts.
Three serving 1.
So he gets 3, in trouble with the condensation from perspiration on his glasses. Went straight from the airport on arrival here. A quick meal and then got into a 60-by-30 court to have his go at it. He spent a lot of time practicing on the big court since arrival in Ireland. That's Vern Roberts, dedicated athlete, great sportsman. And Tommy Morrissey, great underhand kill. So Morrissey back into serve again.
3.
Another great kill. So Tommy Morrissey here just 1 behind. This is his first appearance in top ace. He qualified in the preliminary competition in Clonmel in his native Tipperary in December. That's great power and a great passing shot to bring them level.
Together on 3.
Lob service into the left corner. Roberts, though, is aware of it and takes it well. He's to get back this time using the fist. Gets it up indeed, but Tom has the full front of the court at his disposal, and he goes back into the lead.
4 serving 3.
Remember, 15 minutes for this game, as are all the others in top ace, except the final. That'll be 20 minutes. Oh, yes! Somebody up there likes me, says Vern Roberts.
3 serving 4.
The overhand from Roberts. The American players so effective with that overhand shot, which is a distinctive feature of their game, even more so than it is in the Irish handball. He loses his service.
4 serving 3.
Tom Morrissey swinging that around the walls, but Vern Roberts waiting. That's a good passing shot, a good example of catching your opponent and making use of the empty space down the right. And that's the fourth. The ball mustn't reach the back wall. But obviously it hit the floor first, so Pat Kirby, the referee, calling it an ace for Tom Morrissey. It's now 6-3. Roberts is well in for that one, but not this one. Tom Morrissey, quite calm and quite cool. This is his first really major experience in the glass court in Croke Park at senior level. He has played here in the doubles, of course, when he won it at junior level. Not unnerved by meeting one of the top players in the United States. So now he goes 5 ahead, and this can be very crucial for Vern Roberts because he can't afford to let his opponent go too far ahead. Caught out there he is. The big court, remember, it's 10 feet wider than the American court, and it's 20 feet longer. And Vern has never had any experience of any court bigger than the 40 by 20. That was magnificently played as Tom Morrissey turned with that ball in the corner.
Serving 3.
So now Tom Morrissey is 8 in front. Oh, that one he fluffed. So he loses his service now. Can Vern Roberts pull back quickly?
3 serving.
Just coming up to halfway in this 15-minute game. Serving against John Kirby of Clare. Noel O'Brien, if you're watching in black and white, in the darker t-shirt and the white shorts. John Kirby here at the back wall. He's deceived by that, so Noel O'Brien.
1 serving 0.
Getting 1. The voice in the background is the referee Joe Lynch, the administrator of the Irish Handball Council. John Kirby with a nice kill
Side out.
into the corner,
0
taking over
serving
the
1.
service. Already one member of the Kirby family, a few through to the quarterfinals. That's John's brother Dan, with whom he won the All-Ireland doubles in 1978. He also won the minor doubles in 1972. And then John had a different partner when he won the junior doubles in 71. That was with Mick Hogan.
1 serving to 1.
So they're together now is John Kirby, serving quickly. He's a former winner of top ace. He won the tournament in 1977. He gets in quickly to that, and then he gets over quickly, but fluffs that one into the floor.
1 serving to 1.
An interesting feature of this game is that they both won All-Ireland junior doubles championships. Noel O'Brien won it with Tom Morrissey in 78, and as I said earlier, John Kirby won it with his brother Dan.
Side out. 1 serving 1.
So they're still together at 1 ace each. A good shot there by Noel O'Brien. Taking
2
the lead.
serving to 1.
John Kirby is well in for that, but he doesn't get it onto the bottom of the front wall. He was there.
3 serving to 1.
So Noel O'Brien leading by 2. And increasing his lead.
4 serving to 1.
Leading by 3 is Noel O'Brien against a far more experienced Clareman. John Kirby
1
killing that on the front
four.
wall. Noel O'Brien unfortunate enough to slip out behind. Change of service again. Well taken off the back wall by O'Brien. Then John Kirby has to come in very quickly for that. He does too. And lobs it across the walls.
2 serving to 4.
So double scores now as John Kirby serves here again. Cutting that off on the fly. And again. But that one is too far away from him on the right.
4 serving to 2.
O'Brien to serve. Nearly 5 minutes gone, so they've 10 still to go.
Side out. 5 minutes gone. 2 serving to 4.
John Kirby with the lob service in the left corner, and it's effective. He's won an ace with it.
3 serving
Possibly
to
repeat
4.
it again. And he does that. But Noel O'Brien steps further back, swings as it comes off the back wall. He's got to move this time, and that spins off his fingers, so they're together at 4 aces each. John Kirby then changing the service down the right-hand side.
Side out.
He missed that one. Hit it into the floor, well out from the front wall. A chance here again for O'Brien. Big, tall player. Over 6 feet he is.
Side out. 4 serving 2-4. Side out.
John Kirby attempting the kill and doesn't make it.
No change in score.
They're still together. John Kirby moving well over to that one and using the walls well, off the side wall onto the front. Now O'Brien trying to get it over on a passing shot on the left, but Kirby is there for it. He's there again on the right. He cuts that one off with the volley shot, and then the lob from O'Brien. That was well done.
5 serving to 4.
And that was a brilliant passing shot by John Kirby. So he goes back into serve now. 1 ace in arrears he is. Now that's a good shot from Noel O'Brien, making use of the empty right-hand corner.
Side out. 4 serving to 5.
No great rush on John Kirby despite being 1 behind. And now they're together again at this time at 5.
5 serving to 5.
And Kirby going into the lead. It's the first time John Kirby has been in front. Will he stay there now against his less experienced opponent? John, of course, has played in top ace on several occasions, so he knows what it's like to play over a time game.
Well, Kirby advanced to the quarterfinals in the end by 13-8.
In fact, if Gordy Pfeiffer didn't score another ace and could manage to play the ball around the walls, it would be to his advantage. It was well cut off on the fly. He's into this one. Magnificent. Gordy willing to throw himself down. You see the knee pads he wears, so he's ready to slide around the court, and to good effect, as we saw there. Referee Joe Lynch asked him to serve again. Covered ball, Gordy's way impeded it slightly as he tried to run to the right for that. Missing this one off the bottom of the wall. So still no score over the last 3 minutes.
9-7-0.
And quickly Gordy Pfeiffer is back in again to serve. Winner of the YMCA National Singles Championship in 1969. So many YMCA clubs have handball courts in the States that they organize a national championship. In 69, Gordy Pfeiffer won that title. Also in 72 and 73, he won the USHA Invitational Tournament, which preceded the current pro circuit. Pfeiffer just failing to get to that one in time. So Packy Ryan gets his first ace.
1 serve to 9.
And they're playing just 10 minutes. And he gets 2. Now the rush is on.
5 minutes to go. Sorry, 5 minutes to go. 2 serve to 9.
It'll come off the right wall for Gordy Pfeiffer. Not strongly enough, so he had to move a little, advance into it. But he's quite mobile around the court, as you can see, even though he's a big, heavy-set player. So he gets back to service again. Gordy Pfeiffer, who won the Canadian national singles in 1970, a title won 3 times, in fact, by Pat Kirby of County Clare. So Gordy Pfeiffer having lots of honours in his playing career that started only, as I said, when he was 27 years of age. He's now 41 since last September. Packy Ryan, his opponent, 39 March. Gets Gordy into this one. He gets in there, ever willing to do the work, even at bodily risk. A great attempt by Pfeiffer, but the ace goes to Packy Ryan. Or the service rather going to Packy Ryan. He takes up the service now. He's still 7 behind though. Ah, magnificent shot. No answer to that when it rolls flat out on the floor off the bottom of the front wall. 7 between them. Great display by Gordy Pfeiffer, who never saw a 60 by 30 court and certainly never stood in one until 3 days ago. But the unfamiliarity with this court, no hindrance to Gordy at all. Sidearm serve from the American.
11.
Bad mistake by the Irishman. Less than 3 minutes. Unless Gordy Pfeiffer was forced into unaccustomed errors, which he hasn't made so far in the game, he looks to be safely through into the quarterfinals. That's one of the errors. That's an error the Americans make in this unfamiliar court because they're used to playing the ceiling as a fifth wall. Into the rafters of the lights here gives away an ace. Packy Ryan gets another one in the serve. 8 separating them. That's coming down a knuckle scraper off the left wall. So Packy loses the service. Just 2 minutes to go.
Well, there's no more dedicated handballer in the world, I think, than Gordy Pfeiffer. And with an 11-5 win over Packy Ryan, he goes through to meet the Irish singles champion, Tommy O'Rourke, in the national semi-finals.
Tony Ryan. And again, Tony. Terry Muck having to move back, and he does that very well. Off the back wall now. And a great kill by Tony Ryan. But he needed them a little earlier, I think.
2 serves 12.
Just those 2 for Tony Ryan. Now it's 3.
Bad bounce. To replay, wet ball.
Wet ball, bad bounce of the wet ball. So Vernon
serves,
Roberts
12
asked
game.
for it to be replayed, and it's not a point for Tony Ryan. If the ball on these courts
Side
gets
out.
any wetness at all on this floor, it will skid around the place.
12 serves 2.
So the players given
You're out.
every chance. Terry losing his service, 1 short. And of course, the American players are not used to this because they don't play on a time basis over there. This is the first time they've ever played over 15 minutes.
No, side out.
That was down. Onto the floor, so Tony Ryan loses his service.
12 serves 2.
So it's an interesting experience for the American players, and they looked on it as quite a challenge. They played 2 21s and a tiebreaker of 11 if a third game is needed.
13 serves 2.
So 11 now between them. And that's Terry Muck serving. And he gets that one up well. But he has to chase back for this. Tony Ryan hit that a little too hard. It came off the back wall well for Terry Muck. But Tony was in place for that. Now Terry has to chase back and he doesn't get to it. That was a good shot, a good passing shot. Terry Muck there not succeeding. Tony Ryan in the all-white, a good passing shot by him. And a great kill by Tony Ryan. Is he leaving it too late?
3-13.
10 between them.
Point.
Now Tony getting back another.
Hold it.
4.
Hold it. No play. What do I call the score, Tony?
So Vernon Roberts asking Tony to wait until he calls the score.
4 serving 13.
Now Tony serving again. Oh, he puts that one well down on the floor, missing the
13,
front wall by a yard
4.
or two. So Terry Muck is back in again.
Point. 14.
14 to 4, 10 between them again.
They're out.
So Terry Muck losing his service.
4 serving 14.
3 walls, the ball cannot in service. Hit the side third wall before hitting the back. So great point there by Tony Ryan.
5-14.
Serving again now, 5 to 14. Oh, he gets that one too. Yo, Terry gets to it. No, that was great sportsmanship. Terry Muck signaling to the referee that he didn't get it. And that's the standard of sportsmanship you find in the American game too. That bounce was screened by Terry's body, so Vern, the referee, may not have seen it, but Terry, with great sportsmanship, calls attention to it, but he hit it on the second bounce. It's a highly professional game in the United States, but it's played with great spirit and great sportsmanship, despite the intensity of the competition. Tony got that well on the fly. Now he has this one off the back wall. But that's too hard off the back wall. It's a setup for Terry Muck, but Tony gets it back again. Terry now moving him around the court, and that's to Terry's advantage. And that one he lobs in. Lobbing it into the corner. This is the experience of Terry Muck now serving right of your picture.
5 minutes to go.
Just
Score
5 minutes left.
14-6.
And Tony Ryan couldn't possibly pull back those 8, could he?
Point.
15 now to 6.
15-6. Point.
So 16 to 6, 10 between them again.
Side out.
A great kill by Tony Ryan, but too late now in the game.
6 serving 16.
He's got 10 to pull back. Now he has a chance to the left of the court. He takes it too. He spotted the opportunity and took it.
7 serving 16. Point.
So now 8 between them.
8,
Tony Ryan getting
16.
the scores now, but a little too late in this game. But remember, of course, he's still only a 19-year-old. And still has to play in the All-Ireland Senior Championship. And when he does add on a few years and gets experience,
9,
like he's getting
16.
here tonight, he will be an outstanding young player.
Side
Missing
out.
that one, though. Sliding down the back
3
wall.
minutes to
Very
go.
deceptively for
16
Tony.
serving 9.
3 minutes to go now.
Side out.
Tony killing that nicely in the right corner. Getting back the service.
16. No,
Oh,
side
he
out.
missed that by about 2 inches.
16 serving 9.
Terry gets well into this one.
2 bounces, thank you.
And Tony Ryan calling to the referee's attention that it bounced the second time, so he gets the applause for the piece of sportsmanship from the attendants.
Side out. 9-17.
Tony Ryan serving there again on the right. Oh, he had the right-hand side of the court there. He didn't make full use of it. He did this time, but Terry gets it back. 2 minutes to go. Oh, that was beautifully done. It looked as if he was going to miss it. He had to change his direction quickly, and then he kills it off that back wall. 7 between them, but Tony here doesn't have the time. Oh, Terry trying one between the legs, but it hits Tony, so that'll be played again.
10-17. Point. 11-17.
6 between them.
Point.
5 between them now.
12-17.
Tony Ryan doesn't have the time to pull back. Just 1 minute left in this game. And the winner, of course, going into the semi-final to meet Pat Kirby, who was the winner last week. No, Tony can't afford long rallies like this. He must go for the kill shot. He was trying it there. He tried it there again. It missed.
1 minute to go. Less than 1 minute. The score is 17-12.
Less than 1 minute as Terry Muck takes up the serve again.
Point.
18-12.
Just 30 seconds to go. 18-12. Side out.
Just 15 seconds to go as Tony Ryan here taking up the service again.
Point. 13-18.
5 between them. And that's the buzzer. That's the end of the game. So Terry Muck has beaten Tony Ryan. Terry left the picture, now on the right of the picture there.
The winner of the second match, Terry Muck of the USA, defeating Tony Ryan 18-12.
And killing it. Sidewall onto the front. And they're level again. Third time level in the game. Oh, beautiful left-handed kill. Left wall onto the front one. Mickey Walsh there, magnificent shot. Walsh can't anticipate that one. Not able to get over. Great shot by Ollie Harold here. So once again, Ollie Harold just edges ahead. Oh, nice left hand on the volley from Ollie Harold. Increasing his lead to 2. Putting everything into it. You can see the perspiration there and the hot lights in that court. Mickey Walsh in there to kill that one. So the service changes.
6-7-8.
Walsh had the whole right-hand side of the court available there. He didn't elect to take it. Ollie Harold missing that one. It was a little off balance. So Mickey Walsh pulling one back. Ollie has to move quickly back to the back wall. He gets there, but not good enough. So So they're level again, 8 each.
8-7-8.
Oh, Mickey Walsh driving that into the rafters. He loses his service because that's out of bounds up there.
8-7-8.
Still level at 8. Now this is Ollie Harrell, 24 years of age, serving again. Good overhand from Harrell. Ollie fluffs that one, loses the service.
8-7-8.
Mickey Walsh, the holder there, going back in front again. Very little between them. 2 separating them now. Just coming up, 5 minutes to go. That'll come off the side wall for Ollie Hard. It does too. It won't come off the side wall properly for Mickey Walsh.
8-7-10.
So now 9 for Ollie Hard. That means he's just 1 behind again. This is the sort of thing you can't afford, the opportunity you can't afford to give to Mickey Walsh, especially with the experience he got in this court last year. His triumph then was all the more surprising because he wasn't very experienced on the glass. Bad mistake there by the holder though. So still the 1 between them as Ollie Harrell taking the service again. And now they're together again. You can feel the tension in this game now. First of the quarterfinals. They're level for the 5th time. Can one of them stretch ahead into a winning lead? Nearly 11.5 minutes gone. Oh, Ollie missed that one with the left off of his tips of his fingers. Walsh serving and Harrell returning it. Didn't make it though. Walsh edging ahead again. Could this be the changing point in the game? Oh, then the pain on his face as he missed that one. Bad miss it was. Now a chance here for Ollie Harrell. The hindered ball, that's off Mickey Walsh's back, so they must play it again.
3 minutes left to play. The score is 10, serving 11.
Ollie Harrell into serve. Just 1 behind he is. They've got 3 minutes remaining. Now they're level once more.
Together 11.
For the 6th time they're level. Harrell having to run quickly, but takes it nicely off the back wall. That's going to drop badly for Mickey Walsh. Nevertheless, he gets it. Oh, beautifully done by Ollie Harrell. Down on the knees. He knew what he was doing. Kept the eye on that.
12.
Got down low.
Serving 11.
Drops it onto the bottom of the front wall. Harrell has the whole right hand, but he elects to take the left. Mickey Walsh gets it. 2 minutes left. Harrell this time sending it into the right. He must get in quickly. He does. A beautiful shot.
13.
So Ollie Harrell going 2 ahead. And less than 2 minutes to go. Can we see the downfall of the champion? Just as Mickey Walsh last year dethroned the previous year's champion, who was Dick Ling, is he could be dethroned himself here today. He's into serve now. He's 2 behind. Now just 1 behind.
Hold it.
So Pat Kirby asking Mickey Walsh to hold it until he announces the score.
12, serving 13.
Just one behind. Slightly more than a minute to go. Can Mickey Walsh come back, or can Ollie Harald hold out? A chance here now for Walsh. He takes it. Level once more. The 7th time we've had the scores equal. What a dramatic game this one is.
Together 13.
And now less than a minute to go. Everything to play for. A place in the semi-finals, and Mickey Walsh does it. He goes ahead again. A beautiful kill shot. Could that be the one that puts him into the semi-final? Just 30 seconds left. Ollie Harald now must risk everything. Oh, he does too, but misses.
30 seconds left to play.
Oh, Ollie tried it this time and got it. Had it happened before, it might have
13
worked.
serving 15.
With just 15 seconds, Ollie is in a rush now. He can't afford to let that one go. That was the missed chance. That's the end for Ollie Harald.
15 serving 13.
Mickey Walsh must be through to the semi-finals. There's the buzzer, so the holder is through. After a dramatic game, Mickey Walsh on the left, Ollie Harald on the right. Just those two aces between them. Great applause for a very exciting game with the scores level 7 times. And Mickey Walsh, the champion from Roscommon, is through to the semi-final.
The next match, either Dan Kirby from Clare or Fred Lewis from Arizona, who has limited experience playing the Irish game, as he tells us himself.
We've got a game over here called 3-wall handball with no back wall, and occasionally you've got to go back as far as 60 feet in order to hit the ball back to the front wall. I've been exposed a little bit to the Irish style of game. Somebody brought back an Irish handball a couple years ago, and I got to hit it a little bit, so I'm a little familiar with it.
In the game itself, which is just 3 minutes in progress, we pick up Mick Dunn's commentary with Lewis leading 2-1 and Dan Kirby reserving a foul ball.
Kirby with the right-hand side of the court there, going into the lead again, or going into the lead for the first time, rather. Oh, Fred Lewis got that well up, just at the tips of the fingers. This one beat him on the bounce. He was trying to do a drop shot as it came up. Great power from Dan Kirby.
5 serving 2.
So Dan here now, 3 in the lead. Kirby with a big underarm swing. The Americans favoring the sidearm shot.
Side up. 2 serving 5.
Dan Kirby losing the service there.
5 minutes gone.
Shot not up.
Side
And
up.
Fred Lewis losing the service now with the 1 short. 1 fault is all that's allowed in a game played over a time duration, rather than to the traditional 21 aces. Dan Kirby putting that away in the corner.
6 serving 2.
Opening up a gap now. Fred Lewis missing that one. 7 now for Dan Kirby. 5 ahead. So Fred Lewis getting the service back again. He's 5 behind, but remember he was 6 behind in the first round against Paddy Riley, and he came back to win it. Dismissed very quickly by that great shot from the left-hand side, at the diagonal shot across the court by Dan Kirby. And a winning ace on the serve by Kirby. Two members of the Kirby family have already won top ace on this court.
Nine serving two.
Pat Kirby won it in 74 and 75, and John Kirby in 77. Could this be the year for the third one? Dan Kirby playing here against Fred Lewis of the United States. But losing his service now. Fred Lewis now in 7 behind. Good left hand by Dan Kirby with the overarm shot by Fred Lewis. Dan Kirby gets that back with the left, was very close to the wall. He has to move quickly and does it. Great mobility by the two men in this court, both of them well over 6 feet. Dan Kirby showing it there. So Dan Kirby losing his fault, penalised by the referee for serving outside those two lines that you'll see in a moment. Bottom of your picture, there they are, halfway down the court. You must serve with inside them. Dan Kirby stepping out, so losing his service. But a good recovery by Kirby.
9 serving two.
Still those 7 between them. Right-hand corner. Oh, Dan elects to put it into the left. It came strongly off the sidewall for Lewis. And that's a hinder off Fred Lewis's shoulder. The shot will be played all over again.
9 serving two.
That one comes down too low off the back wall. Doesn't come out far enough for Kirby. So still no score in about 5 changes of service in succession without a score. Dan Kirby puts that onto the floor, misses by about a yard.
3 serving 9.
Fred Lewis pulling one back. 6 separating them. And Kirby with the overhead shot. Lewis sidearm over shoulder, dropping it into the corner.
4 serving 9.
So 5 now separate. Could Fred Lewis be about to start a comeback as he did against Paddy Riley in the first round? Just over 5 minutes he's got left. And then he's not in quickly enough as Dan Kirby drops that on the bottom of the front wall.
5 minutes to go. 9 serving 4.
So Kirby going to 10. Fred Lewis killing it in the right corner. He's back in now again. A great gesture by the 4 American players that they should be willing to play in the 60 by 30 court. They're so unfamiliar with it, playing regularly on the 40 by 20s. And certainly appreciated by the Irish handball fraternity that they should want to play in the big court.
10 serving.
Dan Kirby serving again with that 6-ace lead. That's a loss of service. Dan sending it straight onto the back wall. That's a fault. It must hit a side wall first in service, or else hop on the floor. Lewis killing it with the left hand. Nicely done.
5 serving 10.
Double scores. Fred Lewis lets it go to the back wall. This will come off the right-hand wall for him. Left-handed he takes it, sends it back onto the right-hand wall. Dan Kirby is content to send it around the walls now because he's got time on his side. Fred hasn't. Just 3 minutes to go, so Fred risks everything for the kill and gets it.
6 serving 10.
Courage of a superb and experienced athlete. Now 3 minutes left. Now just 3 between them.
7
And Fred Lewis
serving
saved the
10.
game. 12.5 minutes of a 15-minute game.
Score 8 serving
That's the
10.
score, gone into the rafters. Now just 2 between them. Fred Lewis getting that one. Bottom of the side wall. Now he's just 1 behind.
9 serving 10.
He's got 2 minutes left. Will he try it again? With the left this time. Dan Kirby has to move over. He gets it back onto the back wall. Fred is there for it. But Dan Kirby, Fred Lewis again with the left hand. Dan Kirby again with the left. And Fred again with the left, moving across to the right. He has to retreat this time. Dan Kirby now with the chance. Keeping the ball in play high on the walls. Fred hasn't the time to play it around like this. And then Dan Kirby puts an end to the rally and an end to Fred Lewis's service. A minute and 10 seconds to go.
10-9 in favour of the Irishman was indeed the final score. And so Fred Lewis's run ends in the National Series. But of course he's still in with a great chance in his regular court game, the 40-by-20. And it brings together 2 exciting young players. Tommy O'Rourke, the much-travelled Kildare man and Irish champion, of course, and Cincinnati-born but Chicago-based Vernon Roberts, the former intercollegiate champion. We join them tied at 3 aces each, and Mick Dunn, as usual, is your commentator.
So they're level at 3. Vernon Roberts, right of your picture, ranked 4th in the United States. He was ranked 6th at the end of last year's tournament circuit, which ended in June. But in the current tournament circuit, he has come up to joint 4th place. Beautiful left hand by Roberts. Very agile around the court he is. Now he takes the lead. Tommy O'Rourke here. Vernon Roberts to serve. Beautifully taken, very low off the back wall. And again, almost letting it go to the floor before he hits it, does to Vernon Roberts. Beautiful kill, making good use of the right corner. 7-3. Beautiful serving, the ball skidding off the bottom of that side wall, up to Tommy O'Rourke. Now that was a marvellous kill into the right corner, and he gets applause from Vern Roberts.
Point.
A good point by Tommy O'Rourke. Pulling back now. Double scores.
Point 5. Serve 8.
Now just 3 separating them. Tommy O'Rourke having to move back for that one, skidding, and of course can't get it. And Vern Roberts comes back to assist him to see that he's okay, but Tommy's up very quickly. Roberts in to serve again. winding up with that long,
No
strong
good.
sidearm
Out.
shot, missing that one.
Serves 8. Point. 6.
Now just 2 between them. Can Tommy O'Rourke take over and gain the lead? Vern Roberts quickly into that, and Tommy O'Rourke just as quickly. Roberts taking it nicely with a left hand. That was a beautiful left-handed shot off that back wall. Just 5 minutes gone in this game. But 10 to go. Killed off the side wall, and a kill, whether it's on the front wall or the side wall, is just as effective. Great power in that shot by Vern Roberts, and it's skidding off of Tommy O'Rourke's fingers. It came back so strongly at him.
11.
10 to 6 now, 11 to 6 it is. Vern Roberts caught out there, a great passing shot by O'Rourke. Tommy O'Rourke serving again. And Vern Roberts getting that power behind. Look how he winds up the right arm.
Well, it...
The last of the quarterfinals in the 60x30 top ace. Tommy O'Rourke in the dark strip against Gordy Piper from the United States. Gordy, the last remaining member of the visiting team to remain in top ace on this 60x30 court. Gordy Piper coming all the way from Tacoma in Washington State, way over on the western seaboard of the United States. Tommy O'Rourke, the All-Ireland champion on the 60x30 courts, going 2 ahead and then losing the service, a foul service onto the back wall. For Gordy Piper from Tacoma, coming all the way here, and very much appreciated that he and the other 3 players should want to play in the big court. And all 4 of them have done exceptionally well. Well got back by Tommy O'Rourke, but Gordy putting it into the rafters. That's a point on this court for Gordy on the 40x20 courts that he's so familiar with. That would probably have reached the front wall off the ceiling. A beautiful kill shot off the right-hand wall onto the front by Gordy Piper. So Gordy takes up the service. Oh, beautiful shot if that reached it, but it was a great attempt, a valiant attempt by the American. Just missing it, though. Overhand shot at which the Americans are so effective when they're in deep court. Tommy O'Rourke won't like that. Driving it into the floor, so Gordy Piper back into serve. Gordy, the only one of the 4 Americans to use the gloves in this big court. They're optional, remember, here. They're compulsory in their 40x20 courts. So that's a hindered ball. He's got to serve it again. Gordy Piper getting his first ace. That's gone into the rafters, so he loses his service. Tommy O'Rourke deceived by that. So Gordy Pifer in here again, reaching the top 4 of the United States handball rankings, despite the fact that he took up the game only at the age of 27. So great dedication needed, and you can see, big man though he is, he's quite mobile around this court. Former basketball and baseball star at university. Gordy missing that one, slipping slightly. So Tommy O'Rourke taking the service again. He's leading by 1. Now he's 2 ahead. 4, Gordy made a valiant attempt to get over to that one, but he was too far on the right-hand side. The overhand shot from Gordy Pifer again, and Tommy O'Rourke the same shot. O'Rourke, of course, toured the United States in 1978 with the Irish team and did quite well out there in the exhibition games that were played. Gordy Pifer back into serve again. He's 3 behind. In addition to playing basketball and baseball, in his earlier years he also did some stock car racing in Pennsylvania. He was born in Pittsburgh, but he now lives in Tacoma. Just over 5 minutes gone. That means there's slightly less than 10 to go. Gordy Pifer back at the back wall. Look how quickly he'll get up. That was magnificent. Great agility by the American. He's back on his feet again. Magnificent play, absolutely brilliant. Courage and determination all combined there to win the service for Gordy Pifer. Absolutely stunning handball. Tricked by that one though as it came out of the corner.
5-7-3.
So Tommy O'Rourke serving again. He knows he's in a battle in this quarter-final. Fluffing that one. So Gordy Pifer is serving again. They're playing here for a place in the semi-final against John Kirby. Gordy Pifer has the right-hand side of the court, and you don't give him chances like that, but Tommy O'Rourke is over quickly. So is Gordy, back on his knees again, now back on his feet. So Tommy O'Rourke serving. Tommy is 23, Gordy is 41. Oh, that tricks him as it skids down the sidewall. Didn't come out for Gordy.
6-6-3.
So double scores now. Tommy O'Rourke from Kildare in the lead. This will come well off the back wall for Gordy Pifer. And he hits it with great power. The overhand with the left. The overhand with the right. Tommy O'Rourke misses it. So Gordy Pifer getting roars of encouragement from his teammates in the gallery. That's a hindered ball. It hit Gordy, so it'll be played again. Just over halfway in this 15-minute quarter-final. Tommy O'Rourke fluffed it.
4.
So just 2 between them now. Could Gordy Pifer create another sensation here? He beat Packy Ryan sensationally by 11-5. Oh, that's come out well for Gordy off the sidewall. look how he moves around the court. Ah, that was a great attempt. It didn't come off for him. But Gordy Piper getting the applause of the crowd. He's willing to try anything to get his shot. Absolutely great-hearted player. Tommy O'Rourke so casually dropping that onto the front wall. Lead to 3. Oh, then a bad miss.
4, serving 7.
Tommy O'Rourke has won All-Ireland championships in 3 grades, the minor 2 under-21 doubles championships and the All-Ireland senior championship last September. This is Gordy Piper from the United States. Tommy O'Rourke has the swing around, that's gone into the rafters.
5, serving 7.
Gordy's well into that one. Tommy now driving him back to the back of the court. Oh, that'll come off the side wall. Well done by Tommy O'Rourke.
5 minutes to go. Score 7-5.
Pat Kirby, the referee, telling the players and the audience there's 5 minutes to go. That didn't come out for Gordy Piper.
8-5.
So Tommy O'Rourke increasing the lead again. Still very, very little between them. That's bouncing badly for Gordy, but he gets it. It came out well to him. Oh, what a shot. Beautiful off the bottom of the side wall. And it's just as effective off the bottom of that wall as it is off the front one. Keeping Gordy at the back of the court. He cuts this one off on the volley. Gordy has the right-hand side. He doesn't get it over there. He moves back now, off the glass. Oh, beautiful shot. Side glass wall onto the front wall.
6.
Just under 4 minutes. Now 2 between them. Could Gordy Piper do it? He's got the service. Oh, no, that takes it away from him.
8, serving 6.
Now Gordy rushing in and gets it. A great dash in to get that one.
6, serving 8.
So now he's only 1 behind. And they've got 3 minutes to go. What an exciting finish now. Magnificent. A marvelous climax now in prospect. They're level for the first time in the game. And Tommy O'Rourke then easily taking that.
8, serving 8.
So Tommy O'Rourke taking back the lead again. Just 2 minutes left. Does Gordy make it? No, just missing it. Tommy O'Rourke going 10 ahead.
10, serving 8.
But remember, he has an advantage of 18 years on his opponent. 23 Tommy O'Rourke is 41 Gordy Piper. Oh, beautiful passing shot by the American.
8, serving 10.
Tommy O'Rourke may have the youth, but Gordy Piper has years of experience behind him. And a great shot, pulling back the score again. Now one separating them.
9-10.
A marvellous kill shot by Tommy O'Rourke. A flat rollout, and there isn't any answer to it.
10, serving 9. 1 minute to go.
Just 1 minute left. That reaches the front wall. And Gordy is there for it. But Tommy O'Rourke cuts it off and drops it in the right-hand corner. 11-9. Magnificent finish to this quarter-final. And Tommy O'Rourke loses his service. 30 seconds. Could Gordy get 2 aces in that time? He must go for the kill now. Risk everything. Time isn't on his side. Just less than half a minute to go. 15 seconds to go. Time is on Tommy O'Rourke's side. Gordy cuts that off. He gets it, but time is against him. Just coming up to the buzzer. He must do it very quickly. And that's it. They're level. They're level. They're level. They've got to play off. They've got to have a tiebreaker. Gordy Piper gets the service. They're level at 10 each. With the cheers, you didn't hear the buzzer, but the first one to get an ace now wins it.
Sudden playoff. Gordy Piper serving. First man to score a point is the winner.
So Gordy has the service, and the first one to get a score wins it. So Gordy waiting for the silence. This is a tense moment. 11 each. Gordy Piper is in. He's on his knees. Tommy O'Rourke. Can Gordy get in? And he does. No, no. Tommy O'Rourke is through. Into the service. Tommy O'Rourke gets in to serve. Gordy Piper made a valiant attempt. Now a rush by Gordy Piper. And he gets it! He's back into serve. Tommy O'Rourke is so disconsolate. Gets up off his knees. He knows he fluffed that one. He had the chance. Now the advantage is with Gordy Piper. What a finish. Gordy serving into the left-hand corner. Oh, Tommy takes back the service again. So the advantage is with Tommy O'Rourke, but what a magnificent battle from the 41-year-old American. And that's it, Tommy O'Rourke is through. What a magnificent game this was. The crowd are standing. A standing ovation for two great players. Magnificent stuff. 23-year-old Tommy O'Rourke on the right and Gordy Piper with the sweatband. A standing ovation from the crowd. Fred Lewis from America and Terry Muck there too. What a reaction from the crowd, and what great handball it was. Tommy O'Rourke going through 12 aces to 1 in the tiebreaker. In the background is that of Joe Lynch, administrator of the Irish Handball Council. Pat Kirby, of course, having stood down as referee because his brother is playing in the court in this quarter-final. Tom Morrissey failing to reach the front wall with that one, so John Kirby serves again. A good kill into the corner by John Kirby.
Together, one serving more.
So now they're level. Oh, that was deceptive for John Kirby out of the corner.
No change of score.
Oh, that didn't bounce out for John Kirby, but he got over nevertheless. This comes out for him. John Kirby missing that one. Tips of the fingers and it just missed it.
2 serving more.
Tom Morrissey now, deep in the back of the court. And Tom again, using that left arm. Beautiful kill shot by Tom Morrissey from the back wall.
3 serving more.
And one just as good.
One
Or was it?
serving
It wasn't, in fact. Must have just missed by an inch or so.
Side up. 3 serving more.
John Kirby lobs that onto the front.
1 serving 3.
It was very close to the short line, but John got it over it and then kills it.
Ball serve again.
Covered ball, Tom Morrissey not having a proper and full view of it, so the referee asked for it to be served again. Just coming up to 5 minutes. Tom Morrissey sending it into the rafters. The ball eventually coming down.
5 minutes gone. 2 serving 3.
So one separating them now with 10 minutes to go. Tom Morrissey getting in, but he can't make it in time.
3 serving 3.
Now they're level. Bad mistake by Tom Morrissey.
4 serving 3.
John Kirby going into the lead.
Side up.
Then losing his service. One fault.
3 serving 4. No good.
No good, says the referee, Joe
4
Lynch.
serving 3.
So John Kirby is in to serve.
No good. Side up.
No score in that hand by John Kirby. So Tom Morrissey back in again. Oh, great shot by Kirby off the left wall onto the front one.
Side up. 4 serving 3.
And a change of service again.
Well, John Kirby dominated that game all the way to the end, leaving the final score 14-6.
Tommy O'Rourke, the All-Ireland champion, in the white T-shirt and shorts, playing John Kirby.
Line. 1 serving to
Tommy
0.
O'Rourke opening the scoring. 23 years of age is Tommy O'Rourke. Missing that one. John Kirby, he's 34 at the end of January. John Kirby leveling up.
1 serving to 1.
Already one member of the Kirby family into the final. That's John's older brother, Dan.
Side out. 1 serving to 1.
Service again to Tommy O'Rourke. A good kill on the right, making use of the right corner by John Kirby.
Serving to 1.
So the service changing again.
1 serving to 1.
So taking him a little while to settle down. Possibly nerves out there, although John Kirby has won top ace before on this court. 3 years ago he was the winner. Tommy O'Rourke in fact won the All-Ireland Coca-Cola Senior Championship here last September. Kirby to serve again. 15 minutes semi-final. Tommy O'Rourke turned very well with that. Plants that one at the bottom of the front wall from deep in the back of the court.
1 serving to 1.
John Kirby cutting it off on the fly. Can Tommy O'Rourke get it back? He does indeed, and Kirby is into it. And Tommy O'Rourke again with the left hand. A great shot. And he indicates to the crowd in case anyone didn't see it. But of course we had.
Line 2 serving to 1.
But Tommy O'Rourke, to John Kirby's consternation, gets the second ace. Oh, John Kirby was in there, but he missed that couple of inches, missing the bottom of the front wall.
3 serving to 1.
And O'Rourke misses that one. Down on the knees.
Side out. 1 serving to 3.
So Kirby getting the service again. Just got his fingers to that. Got it up. Ball covered. Player not having full vision of the ball. So they have to play it over again. Lob service by John Kirby. And Sahinder, it's John, so that has to be played again. We're 4 minutes into this semi-final. Those 2 aces between them. Now just one.
Line 2 serving to 3.
Now they're level at 3. Second time they've been level.
Line 3 serving to 3.
John Kirby with the high lob service. This time it doesn't work. It's nicely killed by Tommy O'Rourke.
Side out. 3 serving to 3.
Kirby in quickly, advancing to that ball, using the overhead. This one off the bottom of the back wall. O'Rourke with the fly. It'll come out to Kirby. That's down.
Side out. 3 3 serving to 3.
Just 5 minutes gone.
5 minutes gone.
That's a hinder again.
Reserve.
John Kirby gets to that one, or does he? No.
3 serving.
He loses his service, so Tommy O'Rourke's to serve this time again. Does he get it? He does. He hardly believes it himself.
4 serving.
Possibly a little look on his side there as Tommy O'Rourke takes the lead again. John Kirby an overhand kill.
3 serving to 4.
Oh, John Kirby didn't advance quickly enough for that one, and it spun up away from him.
4 serving to 3.
Bad mistake, so Tommy O'Rourke serves. A great kill off the sidewall. Guys, it hits the bottom of the sidewall.
5 serving to 3.
So Tommy O'Rourke, 2 in front.
Side out.
Losing the service.
5.
John Kirby into the semi-final, having beaten 2 Tipperary players, Noel O'Brien and Tom Morrissey, on the way. Tommy O'Rourke, of course, qualified in an absolutely thrilling quarter-final with Gordy Pfeiffer of the United States. A classic game of handball that one was. Went to the tiebreaker, which Tommy O'Rourke won, 12 aces to 11.
Side out. 5 serving to 3.
This one, Tommy O'Rourke about to serve, leading by 2 points. And they're just halfway through this semi-final. Oh, that's very deceptive down along the wall. Tommy made a good attempt and got it back. John Kirby didn't.
6 serving to 3.
Double scores. 3 of a lead, Tommy O'Rourke has. Oh, that one he missed. He's unhappy with himself because it's a vital stage in the final, or the semi-final rather. It's gone into the rafters. That's out of bounds up there.
6 serving to 3.
Hopped badly off the bottom of the sidewall for John Kirby. He got it, but then he can't get to this one.
Well, in fact, John Kirby only scored 1 more point before the end, and Tommy O'Rourke ran out an easy winner then, 22 to 4. We turn to the international or American 20x40 court game, and the first semi-final in this category involving America's number 3 Terry Muck of Chicago and the Irish champion Pat Kirby. The Irishman is serving.
Kirby of Clare against Terry Muck of the United States. Kirby serving one already.
Serve 0.
Pat Kirby in the darker of the shorts. Terry Muck here from Chicago in the all white. Pat
Down
Kirby
ball,
putting that
side
onto
is
the
out,
floor.
0 plays 1.
So Terry Muck now to serve. Oh,
Side
Terry
is
fluffed
out,
that
1
badly.
serve 0.
So Kirby is back in to serve again.
Side is out, 0 serve 1.
A beautiful shot off the left-hand back corner onto the front wall by Terry Muck. Both
That's a
serving
point.
very low
Point
onto the
serves
back
one.
wall. Level they are at 1 each.
That's a point. 2 plays 1.
So Terry Muck going ahead. These players met when Pat Kirby was in the States with the Irish team in October in Chicago. Pat won that one, and the last major competition between them was in the final of the Canadian Open Championship of 1969, and Pat Kirby beat Terry Muck then. Great retrieving by Muck. Pat Kirby taking it off the back wall. Muck on the fly and gets it. A good shot by Terry.
3 serves 1.
Terry Muck, 3-1, 32 years of age, last June. Pat Kirby will be 44 in April. That was a good kill into the right corner by Terry Muck.
4 serves 1.
Remember, it's 15 minutes. Oh, Pat Kirby, that came badly off the door in the back left corner there. Terry Muck with 4 of a lead now.
It's a replay.
That's the
Same
hinder.
score, 5 is serving 1.
The shot from Pat Kirby hitting Terry Muck, so it would be played over again. Pat Kirby using the ceiling shot. Terry Muck doing the same. It's a fifth wall, remember, in 40 by 20 handball. That's caught Pat out. It has indeed a beautiful passing shot by Terry Muck. Absolutely beautiful use of the court.
That's a down ball.
That's
Side
gone
is
down.
out.
The voice in the
One
background,
play
that of Gordy Pfeiffer, one of the visiting American players. He's the referee.
Side is out. 6 is serving 1.
So that's not like Pat Kirby. But of course, there's pressure on him here before his home crowd. He's dominated the 40 by 20 handball since he returned to Ireland in '72. But now meeting competition that he hasn't met in those 8 years. And he can't afford to let Terry go too far ahead with only 15 minutes to play. Oh, good retrieve by Terry Muck. And that was well done by Kirby.
1 serving 7.
So Kirby, those 6 behind. Another good kill. That favors right corner for Pat Kirby. Going to 2.
2 is serving 7. That's a
Pat
down,
missed
side
that.
out.
He took it hastily on the
7
fly.
plays 2.
He's very unhappy about it.
Down ball.
Terry
2
Muck putting it
serves
onto
7.
the floor. So Kirby back in with a
5
chance
minutes
again.
are
Now he
gone.
must build up aces quickly. With 5 minutes gone, 10 to go.
Nope.
As Kirby got in, he
Bounces,
hasn't,
side
says
is out.
Gordy Pfeiffer. So it's
7
Terry Muck to
serves
serve
2.
again. That's the use of the ceiling shot by both players, a distinctive feature of the American game. Go on the
Side is
ceiling or
out.
hit the rafters, and the
2
big Irish
serves
court is out
7.
of bounds. The overhand, excellent shot. And Kirby lobs that in, but Terry Muck is there for it. And he's there again. This time he's in again. Great speed around the court has Terry Muck.
Replay.
Covered ball. Gordy Pfeiffer cries, hold it.
2 is still serving
Claire
7.
to be given
2
every
is serving
advantage to
7.
see the ball, have a full view of it. So Pat Kirby to serve over again. And they're caught in the back of the court, as you can see. They punch it up to the ceiling or hit it overhand up. Kirby there gives them a chance to get into the front.
No good. Point 3.
Point for Pat Kirby. That's Pat serving from Toomgraney in County Clare. Spent 13 years in the United States, where he played frequently against Terry Muck and the rest of the American players who've been here for top ace, national and international. Beautiful fly shot by Terry Muck to gain back the service. Pat Kirby hit that too much to the middle of the ceiling, didn't reach the front wall. So 5 between them again. That's a great shot by Kirby, a marvelous passing shot.
3 serves 8.
So Kirby is back in to serve.
Good ball.
A great kill by Terry Muck.
8 is serving 3.
Earns the applause from his opponent. He's back in to serve again. Great shot by Terry Muck. Again, applause for him from Kirby. 6 ahead now. Pat Kirby is in great danger now at this stage. They're just playing 9 minutes.
Point 10 serves 3.
Great fly kill by Pat Kirby to take back the service. So Pat Kirby here, who's dominated this 40-by-20 championship for the last 5 years, singles and doubles. But of course in this country, this opposition, nothing at all like the standard provided by Terry Muck or the other American players who've come over here for top 8.
4 plays 10.
6 between them now. Terry Muck against Pat Kirby. Kirby get in for that, he does. Now, has he got Terry Muck at his mercy? He has 5 double scores. Now, can Kirby pull back? 4 between them.
6-10.
A beautiful kill down the left wall. 3 between them. And 5 minutes to go.
10. 5 minutes.
Oh, that was good shot by Terry Muck. A nice kill.
7.
Right down the right wall. So Terry to serve again. He's in the lead by 3. Passing shot brilliantly hit by Terry Muck. Great kill by Kirby. He watched it all the way down. This is great handball, probably of a standard never seen before in this country, and almost very certainly never seen on a 40-by-20 court here.
11.
There's 4
Short
minutes
ball.
left.
Side
It's
is
a
out.
short ball, so Pat Kirby
11,
loses his service at a
serving
very
8.
crucial time in the game. 3 behind. That was a bad mistake by Kirby. So Terry Muck here, the 1973 national singles champion of the United States. And he kills that one very
12
effectively.
is serving 8.
Goes ahead by 4 again.
That's a point. 13.
13
serves
for
8.
Terry Muck. A great passing shot again by Pat Kirby. Now has he the time? 5 behind. 3 minutes to go. To Terry Muck's advantage now to play long rallies, play it around the walls. Pat Kirby must go for the kill.
No
And he
good.
misses that one.
Side
He
is
was
out. 13 serves
stretching
8.
out for
3
it.
minutes to go.
great retrieving by Terry Muck. This is masterful handball. And a good shot by Kirby.
8 serves 13.
Now one last desperate chance by Pat Kirby from Clare. That's
Point.
one of them back.
9-13.
4 now. Slightly more than 2 minutes to go.
Point.
3 between them now.
13.
Complete mishit by Terry Muck. 2 minutes to go. Kirby
Side is out.
dropping that one, does Terry Muck.
13 serving 10.
When it came very strongly in from the back wall. Now Terry is 3 ahead. He's
The
4 in
point.
front.
14 plays 10. Hold it. That's a
It's a
replay.
covered ball, so they'll play it again.
14 at 10.
Kirby impeded by Terry Muck. Couldn't get to Mickey stroke. So Terry serves it again. Oh, Pat Kirby missed that. It
Point.
came off his
15-10.
hand.
1 minute to go.
1 minute to go. 5 ahead. Terry Muck. Oh, Terry Muck got down very low for that one and got it very well. And again he does it. Pat Kirby with the left overhead. Overarm stroke. Pat Kirby can't afford long rallies. Must try and cut it off. This one goes to the back wall. And that's it.
Point.
16 to 10, just 15 seconds left. So Terry Muck into this final of the first 40 by 20 top ace. Just coming up to the buzzer. And that's it, the buzzer is gone, so Terry Muck is through. Terry Muck from Chicago left of the picture. Congratulated by Pat Kirby.
A great win then for Terry Muck, and now he's through to the 20 by 40 final. To the big court final, in which Tommy O'Rourke comes up against Dan Kirby. We join Mick Dunn's commentary as Kirby serves. He trails 4-13, 11 minutes into this 20-minute final.
So Dan Kirby certainly is up against it in this final. 9 behind he is. Now he has the left-hand side and he takes it. 8 aces to make up he has. serving again. The time is on his side, if he can do it. Adding another one, settling down better now. He was really into the game very quickly against Mickey Walsh in the semi-final. But then, of course, he's playing the All-Ireland champion, and that's some of the power off the back wall that made Tommy O'Rourke the champion last autumn. And Tommy to serve again. A beautiful butt at the bottom of the wall.
14 serving to 6.
Tommy O'Rourke using that left so effectively.
15 serving to 6.
That's the passing shot, although it didn't quite pass Tommy O'Rourke, but it came far enough down to bounce badly off the bottom of the side wall for him. And then he uses the left-hand side very well.
15 serving to 6.
That really didn't come up from the bottom of the wall for Kirby.
16 serving to 6.
So a big gap now of 10 aces between them.
Side up.
Dan Kirby serving again.
Serving to 16.
Has he got the time now? What sort of tactics now? Can he change his tactics to pull back this game and save the final? That was nicely done. Off that glass wall onto the front.
Serving to 16.
Slightly less than 6 minutes to go. Kirby has got the left-hand side, but it comes out very strongly for O'Rourke. And then put away by Dan Kirby. Double scores, 16 to 8.
8 serving to 16.
Is it possible for Dan Kirby? Still serving. 16-9. That was too strong. It came off the back wall, but it worked out well in the end. 6 between them now.
10 serving to 16 with 5 minutes to go.
5 minutes left. Kirby could possibly do it. Oh, not if Tommy O'Rourke continues to play like that. That was magnificent by O'Rourke.
Side up. 16
So now
serving
Dan
to
Kirby
10.
must get him out quickly again. Tommy O'Rourke must stay in there. Well set up and nicely taken by O'Rourke.
17 serving to 10.
This is only the second year in top ace for Tommy O'Rourke. Last year he made his first appearance, went out in the first round, but only after a thrilling game. 4 minutes to go, and O'Rourke is across to take that one. This will come off the back wall strongly for Dan Kirby, but he fluffs it, trying the kill shot, not making it.
Serving to 10.
Tommy O'Rourke with a lead of 8 again. Now it goes to 9.
19 serving to 10.
And Tommy O'Rourke can't get over to that one, so Dan Kirby does.
10 serving to 19.
Kirby is in for that. It was very low. He had to stretch for it, but got it. Now he can't afford long rallies, so he must try and cut it off with the kill. He hasn't got the time to play it around. Tommy O'Rourke can afford to do so. And that's what Dan Kirby must do now very quickly.
11 serving to
Less than
19.
3 minutes.
3 minutes to go.
The crowd urging on Dan Kirby. This will come to the back wall. Will it come out enough for him? It doesn't. So O'Rourke back into serve again.
19 serving to 11.
And O'Rourke is in for that. And then killing it there, 20. 2 minutes left.
Serving to 11. 2
And they're
minutes to go.
playing for the top ace trophy.
Fine. 21 serving to 11.
Tommy O'Rourke lobs it into the corner. Dan Kirby trying the passing shot. Doesn't make it. This time he kills it there.
Side of 11 serving.
Remember, that's the score, 10 between them. That 21 in the traditional game would be victory for Tommy O'Rourke, because remember, this is over a time basis. We're well into the final minute. So Dan Kirby has an impossible task now. He gets to 12,
Serving to 21.
but miracles only could save him. And so far in the 8 years of top ace, I doubt if we've seen any miracles, sensations though we've had.
Serving to 21.
Just 30 seconds. 8 between them. And then Tommy O'Rourke ends it with a magnificent shot worthy of a new champion.
21 serving.
And Tommy goes into serve, but he has the top ace trophy now safely in his command to put beside the All-Ireland singles trophy on his sideboard. Just coming close to the buzzer now. And that's it, it's all over. We've got a new champion, Tommy O'Rourke there from County Kildare. 22 to 13. He's the new champion, being congratulated by Dan Kirby on the left of your picture. So Tommy O'Rourke, All-Ireland champion, and that's probably a confirmation of form that the All-Ireland champion should prove to be the best of the players in top ace. And remember, those players included some of the visiting American players. Tommy O'Rourke having had a classic match with Gordy Pfeiffer. So the new champion on the left of your picture, Tommy O'Rourke from Kildare, the All-Ireland singles champion. Dan Kirby on the right, receiving the runners-up trophy from Michael O'Carroll, producer-director of Top Ace. That's Tom Walsh, left of your screen. And that's the winner getting his trophy from Michael O'Carroll. Tommy O'Rourke, the new champion of Top Ace on the 60x30 course.
Roberts, with the headband and glasses, is serving as we pick up Mick Dunn's commentary.
Vern Roberts, member of a famous handballing family. Terry Muck, the United States singles champion in 1973, and then out of handball for over a year and a half while he was studying on a Fulbright fellowship in Ceylon.
Side down. 0.
So 4 hands, still no score. Terry Muck here, ranked number 3 on the US professional circuit, playing against Vernon Roberts Jr., who's ranked joint number 4 with Gordy Pfeiffer.
1 serving 0.
Beautiful shot, but Terry Muck is in to get it. Off the back wall, Vern Roberts and Terry Muck. Great speed, gets it up, but doesn't get it onto the front wall.
0, serving 1. Side is out.
Terry Muck sticking that into the corner, so he takes over the service again. 6th change of service now, still no score. Both players shooting.
2, serving 0.
2 for Terry Muck in the all-white strip. A beautiful kill by Terry Muck right onto the glass panel that's put there for one of our cameras, so he goes 3 ahead. And then a repetition by Vern Roberts. He does the same thing, a flat rollout, no answer to it.
Point. 1, serving 3.
First point for Vern Roberts. 3 minutes have gone. It's Terry Muck to serve again. Last time these players met was in Albuquerque in New Mexico in November. Vern Roberts won that one. Can he do it again? Surprise victor in the semi-final over Fred Lewis was Vern Roberts. Terry Muck beating Pat Kirby of Ireland 16-10 in his semi-final. Marvelous passing shot by Terry Muck, catching Vern Roberts out.
3, serving 1.
So Terry Muck into serve.
Screen, take 2.
The screen ball, says referee Fred Lewis. Terry Muck's body preventing Vern from having a proper and full view of the ball.
Point.
Nicely killed by Terry Muck with the overhead shot
4,
into the corner.
Serving 1.
Opening up a gap of 3. Great attempt by Terry Muck,
1, serving 4.
but he doesn't make it. So Vern Roberts gets the service again.
Holding, hinder.
Hinder ball, says Fred Lewis. So they'll play that over again.
5 minutes gone. 1, serving 4.
5 minutes gone.
Side out.
Beautiful kill by Terry Muck.
4.
Now he's into serve. You'll notice the sidearm serving of the American players is distinct from the underarm swing by the Irish players.
Side is out.
Beautiful kill shot from the deep in the court by Vern Roberts. Vern, like all the Americans, using the sidearm, but he winds up the swing.
Point.
Magnificent stuff by the young player.
2, serving 4.
And then Vern losing service.
4, serving 2.
So they're double scores as Terry Muck takes the hand again. That went down onto the floor
Point.
from Vern Roberts.
5, serving 2.
Now 3 separating them. Oh, beautiful backhand with the left by Vern Roberts. And then off the back wall onto the front. That's allowed in 40 by 20 handball. It's a great passing shot by Terry Muck. Of course, he's the more experienced of the two.
6, serving 2.
But that shot of Vern Roberts hitting the back wall first and then onto the front wall. That's allowed in this game. It's a distinctive shot, and it's not allowed in the Irish standard court of 60 by 30 feet.
Point.
Great shooting by Terry Muck.
7, serving 2. Point.
And great serving, a clear ace by Muck.
8, serving
He's
2.
opening up a big lead now, and this is a dangerous stage of the game. Nearly halfway gone. So Vern can't allow Terry to get too far ahead, and then just as I say it, he cuts off that one on the fly and kills it.
2,
So he's back into serve. Oh, beautiful, but Terry Muck slid as he went for it.
3,
Vern gets the ace.
Point.
Oh, isn't that beautiful serving of an ace dead on to the left wall. Vern Roberts slipping at the back of the court, and he makes no attempt to go for that one, so he loses the service. Terry Muck.
Point. 9.
9 serving 4.
Point.
Terry Muck making use of the empty left corner, having caught Vern over on the right.
4.
6 between them now. Terry Muck, handball player, journalist as well, edits the USHA's bi-monthly magazine.
Point.
And using that left-handed kill very effectively.
11, serving 4.
Devastating use of the left hand.
Point.
And marvelous serving into that left wall.
12, serving 4.
Vern Roberts.
Side
That's
out.
one short, so Terry has made a mistake of serving one short. One fault only allowed in a time game. Vern concerned about the soles of his feet. The perspiration dripping down on the floor from both players, making
5,
it quite
serving
skiddy.
12.
So Vern gets an ace.
Side out.
Terry Muck getting back the service again.
12, serving 5. Side is
Terry
out.
missing that one.
5, serving
Vern
12.
Roberts back into serve. Terry Muck punching it to the ceiling. Vern overhead onto the ceiling. Terry does the same. Setting up the shot. They get a proper shot at it. Terry Muck off the back wall. And then Vern Roberts off the back wall, killed on the bottom of the front wall.
5 minutes to go. Score is 6,
5
serving
minutes
12.
to go, double scores. After we see a big rally by Vern Roberts. Oh, Terry Muck, beautiful use of that left hand again.
12, serving 6.
So he's got 6 of a lead.
Point.
Now increasing it to 7.
13, serve 6. Point. 14, serving 6. Point.
Sidewall taking the sting out of that.
15,
When Vern
serve
Roberts
6.
tried to shoot it onto the bottom of the front wall.
Point.
Great serving of aces by Terry Muck.
16, serving 6.
Opening up a big gap now of 10. Just 4 minutes left.
Side is out. 6, serving 16. Point. 7, serve 16.
Vern Roberts getting an ace.
Point.
Coming back to 8. Double scores. A gap of 8 between them.
Serve 16. Point.
9. Could he possibly do it, or has he too far to go?
Serve 16. Starts out.
That's spinning off
3 minutes
Byrne's
to go.
fingers, so he loses the
16,
service. Terry Muck
serving
back in
9.
again. And that sidearm swing again on the service. Distinctive feature of the American game.
Point. 17, serving 9. Point. 18, serves 9.
Vern Roberts concerned about slipping around the floor. The back of the court quite wet. Perspiration rolling off the two of them. And then he drops it into a kill on the bottom of the front wall.
9 serves 18.
Now he's in to serve. Just 2 minutes left. And then Terry Muck lobs it into the corner. Great anticipation by Terry Muck.
18, serving 9.
And a good show of speed to get in there.
Point.
Oh, great kill shot by Muck.
19, serves 9.
10 of a lead again he's got.
Point. 20, serves 9. Side out.
That's one short, so for that one fault that Terry Muck loses his service. Vern Roberts back in again, just over a minute. Time run out on Vern Roberts, but he'd still keep trying.
Side is out.
Losing the service.
1 minute to go.
So 1 minute to go, and Terry Muck is the winner of the inaugural top ace for 40 by 20 handball. He has it wrapped up now,
Side is out.
and he can afford not to go for that
9,
one.
serving 20. Point. 10,
Double scores
serves
again.
20. Point.
11 for Ben Roberts.
11, serves 20. Point.
He gets to 12 with just 30 seconds left, leaving it too late. That's a good shot. It was dangerously close to the wall. Terry Muck cutting it off,
20, serving
coming
12.
up to the buzzer. The end of the game very close at hand.
Point.
Terry Muck, the winner. So there it is. Terry Muck is the winner of the first 40 by 20 top ace competition, all the way from Chicago in America. Coming over on the left, Terry Muck, the champion. On the right, Vern Roberts. Terry Muck applauding his opponent and the attendance here. Pat Kirby there, our own 40 by 20 champion, with the two of them.
So the decanter for second place goes to Vernon Roberts, and the new champion Terry Muck receives the beautiful Waterford Crystal Trophy, the presentation being made by our commentator Mick Dunn. It was not a sensational final by any means, but it brought to an end an excellent and most enjoyable series of international handball.
That's a point. 8 is serving 1.
And Vern does that with such ease, such elegance and style. Dropping it off the sidewall into the bottom of the front. This certainly would be a turn-up here in Ireland or any place else. If it was to happen here in Ireland, it certainly would be historic. But Fred Lewis, the number 2 in the United States, now here serving.
Replay.
Gordy Pfeiffer asked for it to be replayed. Just coming up to 5 minutes gone in this 15-minute semi-final. Roberts turning around with with a big wide swing to get that one. This one deceives him and he shouts no to the referee. No desire to take advantage if the referee didn't see it. Great sportsmanship by the Americans. 7 between them now.
No good, point, 3 serve, 9.
Verne in trouble now with perspiration on his glasses. Fred waiting to serve. Fred Lewis, native of the Bronx in New York, lived for a time in Florida, but now living in Tucson, Arizona.
Side is out.
And his hand taken away by that beautiful shot by Verne Roberts. Those 6 separating.
Screen ball.
That's a
Replay.
screen ball, Gordy Pfeiffer calling it. So it meant that the ball was screened by Verne Roberts' body as it came back, and Fred didn't have a proper and full view of it.
Point. 10 serve, 3.
These players go flat out, no matter whether it's exhibition or tournament.
3 is serve.
They put every effort into making the shot, never willing to give up. Fred Lewis back in to serve again.
Good ball.
Losing his service.
2 bounces. 10 is service, 3.
Vernon Roberts, the U.S. amateur singles champion in 1976 in Las Vegas, and he then joined the professional tournament circuit. And how enormously he's come on. Maybe it's the Irish air that's proving so beneficial to him here. Despite the tricks of Fred Lewis, Verne Roberts staying well in front. To 3. That was well got back by Lewis. Now he has to move. Can he get to it? He does. Yes, it'll make the front wall eventually. Back to the back wall now.
No good.
Oh, that goes down by about 2
13,
inches.
Serve 3.
I doubt if Fred Lewis has ever been so far behind in a handball game. Certainly not in recent years, since the professional circuit started in the United States. That was 1974 it began. Great stuff there by Verne Roberts.
No good.
So Verne Roberts, and a typical mistake the way he's been playing here. Fred Lewis now back into serve. 10 between them, 10 minutes gone. Great killing by Fred Lewis.
5 minutes to go.
Has he got the time?
Point.
Verne Roberts really caught out
5
there.
serve, 13.
Now Fred Lewis coming back.
6 serve, 13.
They're gone over 10.5 minutes. That'll be a replay service. Hindered ball hitting Fred
6
Lewis
serve,
on the leg.
13.
Verne Roberts quickly back up on the feet, moves that around the walls. Fred Lewis can't get to it, so he loses the service. And Vern Roberts back in again. Gone over 11 minutes.
No good.
That was no good, says Gordy Piper.
6 or 13.
Nobody knows it better than Vern Roberts. Service with Fred Lewis again. Really, this is great handball by Vern Roberts. Marvelous display by the younger of the two.
Well, Vern Roberts held out easily and advanced to the final, where next week he'll meet his fellow countryman Terry Muck. The score at the end there, by the way, was 16-8. Brings together Dan Kirby of County Clare and the reigning champion Mickey Walsh of Roscommon, who's already defended his title over Kilkenny's Ollie Harold in the quarter-final. Kirby is first to serve.
So into the first of the 60-by-30 top base semi-finals. Dan Kirby in the white t-shirt, just fluffing that one. He served first. He's playing Mickey Walsh in the darker strip. Mickey, the holder from 1979, member of the Roscommon Club. Sensational victor last year in his first appearance in top ace. Dan Kirby here, left-handed off the back wall. Mickey Walsh favouring the right. Dan Kirby using the left-hand side. A beautiful shot by Mickey Walsh. He got that one back very well. On the fly by Dan Kirby. Dan letting it go to the back wall. Mickey Walsh trying to cut it off, missed, completely missed that one.
Side 0, serving 0.
So still no score as Dan Kirby serves again. Dan Kirby getting in very quickly and getting down very low to get that one. Tense battle in these early seconds. Teasing each other out. So Dan Kirby opening the score.
5-1, serving to 0.
Second ace for Dan Kirby.
5-2, serving to 0.
Oh yes, Dan just got that with the tips of his fingers. Covered ball. Referee Joe Lynch calling the ball was covered. One player, view and Pat, obstructed, so it must be played again. This game is over 15 minutes, as are all games in the two top base tournaments, except for the finals, which will be over 20 minutes. Mickey Walsh took that on the volley from the side wall and missed it.
3, serving to 0.
Missed the front wall. So Dan Kirby, who's qualified for this semi-final by beating two of the Americans who played in this competition, now stretching the lead. He beat Terry Muck in the first round and then Fred Lewis in a great quarter-final. The score in that one was just 10 aces to 9. Mickey Walsh, who was exempt from the first round, he came through by beating Ollie Harold of Kilkenny in the quarter-final, 15-13. Last year, Mickey beat some of the greatest players in Irish handball in his first appearance in this tournament. He's put in a lot of work and a lot of training and his determination to try and retain the title. Dan Kirby missing that one, trying to lob it into the right corner. So it's Mickey Walsh from Roscommon. He's asked to hold time until the score is announced.
0, serving to 4.
Dan Kirby puts that on the floor. Mickey Walsh gets his first ace. Walsh is the whole left of the court. He uses it, but it'll come strongly off the back wall for Kirby. Walsh again makes Kirby run, but it's strongly off the back wall. Now Mickey Walsh has to run in. Dan Kirby moving to the right. This will come off the back wall again. Hit too strongly, probably by Mickey Walsh. They're moving each other around, cat and mouse in these early minutes of this semi-final. Then Dan Kirby finishes that long rally, and he takes back the serve again. Dan Kirby, fourth year in top ace, but he's never got as far as the semi-final before. Two of his brothers having won it. Pat won top ace in 74 and 75, and John was the victor in 77. Oh, nice kill shot by Dan Kirby. Mickey Walsh has no answer to that.
5 serving to 1, 5 minutes gone.
Just 5 minutes gone. So we're 1/3 of the way through this semi-final. Then Dan Kirby makes an untypical mistake. He's been playing in good form in this tournament. His brother John, of course, in the second semi-final. And that came badly out of the corner for Kirby. He thought it might bounce out to him. It didn't. It slid along the side wall. Nice flowing swing by Dan Kirby. Mickey Walsh taking that one off the back wall. He missed by about 3 inches, just missing the bottom of the front wall. So he loses the service. Now Kirby 3 ahead. Oh, that was a beautiful kill shot by Mickey Walsh, the champion. On the right. Now it's a serve again. Mickey Walsh in that darker strip. Dan Kirby might have let that go to the back wall. It's easy to say that up here. Much more difficult when the pressure's on you down in that big court. The standard Irish court, 60 feet by 30 feet. So now only 1 ace between them. Mickey Walsh coming back. Just coming up to halfway in this semi-final. Together now at 5. First time they've been level. Kirby right in under that, cutting it off very quickly, very smartly. That was good anticipation. He saw the chance when Walsh was caught at the back of the court. Dan Kirby serving again. It's gone way into the rafters, and up there it's out of bounds on this Irish court. Ceiling, which is an extra wall in the 40 by 20, would have brought it back into play. Oh, that came badly off the bottom of the side wall for Kirby.
6-5.
So Mickey Walsh has gone ahead. First time he's led in the game. They're playing nearly 9 minutes. Now he's 2 up. That was well done. That's an effective shot from Dan Kirby. He steps in under that ball as it comes down, doesn't let it hop, takes it on the fly. That's gone into the rafters.
5-6, serving to 7.
One separating them now again. Kirby doesn't just make it back. That was well done by Mickey Walsh. He now is making a good volley shot.
7, serving to 6. 5 minutes to go.
So the service going to the champion again. Really, they're giving nothing away. Mickey Walsh going 2 ahead again. That was well done. I think Mickey Walsh may have been deceived by it. He didn't think it was going to reach the front wall. But it just made it. So Dan Kirby serving. And again, Kirby sticks out that left arm, stiff arm shot.
5-7, serving to 8.
Closing the gap once more. And again, they're level. That's that stiff left arm. Great fly shot by Dan Kirby.
8, serving to 8.
Now Kirby's gone ahead again, or is he? No, that will be a court hinder.
9,
No, Joe Lynch, the referee, has given it as an ace. It must have hit the rafters before it hit the television lamp. Oh, that bounced off the back wall badly for Dan Kirby. He misjudged it.
serving to 9.
Dan Kirby finishing the service very quickly with that beautiful kill. His left hand is working so well for him today.
3 minutes to go.
3 minutes, says referee Joe Lynch. And Kirby has the advantage, 1 ahead. Now he's 2. 10-8. So is the champion, who was such a surprise last year when he won the title, is he about to be surprised himself this year? Dan Kirby again stepping in so confidently and taking the kill shot. Opening up the gap to 3.
11, serving to 8.
Now the left-hand side of the court. Oh, Mickey Walsh maybe hit it too hard. Dan Kirby able to take it off the bottom of the back wall. Beautiful shot. Magnificent stuff by Kirby. Great killing on the bottom of that front wall.
12, serving to 8.
Just under 2 minutes. Both these players had birthdays last August. Dan Kirby's 35, Mickey Walsh is 27. The right corner for Kirby, surely. No, he takes the middle of the front wall. And Mickey Walsh, but Kirby gets in under it. It looked as if it was going well for Walsh. Oh, bad mistake by Kirby. He hasn't been playing like that. That's unusual in the form he's shown in this tournament. So is Mickey Walsh got his chance? Could he come back? He's 4 behind. Remember, he's the champion from last year. He's got 1 back.
9, serving to 12, 1 minute to go.
Just 1 minute to go. 3 between them. Mickey Walsh cutting in with the fly shot. Dan Kirby fluffs it. Bad blunder. He rushed that. 2 between them.
And serve 12.
Oh, that's 1 short. That's disaster for Mickey Walsh. He loses his service with the 1 short.
Serving 10.
So Kirby serving again. That's off the television now.
13, serving 10, 30 seconds to go.
So Dan Kirby has 3. Mickey Walsh now must go for the kill shot all the time. Time is not on his side. He's run out of it and he's completely out of the competition now.